Hello, my name is VortexWart and welcome back to another Redstone video. And today what I've got to show you is a realistic Minecraft combination lock. As you can see here, we've got the pin pad here and the door here, and what I mean by this is we've actually got a pin pad like this, so 987 654 321, as opposed to just a series of buttons that we pressed to open the door. And as you can see, the door is locked, it's an iron door, and that's what we're trying to open. This idea has been brewing in the works for a relatively long while, and now I've only just got round to it and figured out a way to make it. I've got a few variations to show you, some of which work better. This is the basic version, and it's not the best in terms of functionality, but for the main user it should be fine. And as you can see, we can put in our combination. First off, I'll show if you get a wrong combination. So let's put in, I don't know, 9, 5, 3, 7. And as you can see, the door does not open. However, if I put in the right combination, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, something strange has occurred here. The door is opened, and I seem to be missing one of my 4s. I'll just put him back. That must have been from me fiddling around. As you can see there, it works, and it will work again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the door will open now, and we can pop through again. And we can also put in different wrong combinations, so 1, 4, 5, 3, and it will still not open, as you can see. So it's pretty simple, and if I just hop through the door now, so 1, 2, 4, 3, you can actually do this in the wrong order and the door will still open, which is kind of a disadvantage, but that's what you get for a simple design. I've got a few other concepts which could work with a more complex design, which I'll probably show in a separate video because I haven't fully got them working, but I have got ones that work a little better than the one I'm showing you here. They are slightly bigger though. So as you can see, it's quite compact. Here I've got a simplified version without all the ugly redstone around, and I've actually got these letters the wrong way around, so I'm going to need to switch these. That should do just fine, like that. And as you can see, the redstone is relatively compact. There's not much redstone here actually. That's because of clever concepts I've used. I need to grab a hopper minecart though to get this working, because when I transfer the structure across, obviously it didn't copy the entities, the structure block I used, which is actually gone now. So here it is, it's pretty simple. As you can see, this works. The output is that redstone torch over there. It will flick on when we do the right combination, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can see, the torch will flick on, like so. And if we do the wrong combination, say 5, 4, 7, 8, as you can see, when the minecart passes, the torch does not flick on. And the way this works is pretty simple. Obviously, we need to detect when 4 items are in. So we've got 19 blocks of quartz, or any item that is not part of the combination lock here. And that's just making the signal strength. So when we've got 4 items, 4 more items are full combinations. That will start the system up. So if I put 3 in, for example, so 1, 2, 3. We can look in here and we've got 1, 2, 3, and when we put our final one in, only is that when the minecart's going to get sent off. This redstone powers, which powers this torches, which power this here, which pushes the minecart down. Now the minecart comes under here, and as it does so, it picks up all 4 items from this hopper here. 1 is put in by the hopper and it picks up 3. I've timed it just right, so it picks up 4. And at the same time, it gives 4 items from our combination lock. So as you can see, we've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. And it puts 1 of each of those into the hopper minecart, if it can. And that's the big if. And of course, if you have picked the same combination as this, their items will stack. So it'll only use up 4 slots. But if you haven't done the same combination, then 1, 2, 3, 4, then what happens is then you use up, if you just got 1 wrong, then 3 of them stack, and then the other 4 are different, so they're separate. And if you've got more wrong, then obviously not all of them go in, and that's not an issue. And then the last one is our actual detecting thing, to detect whether we've got the right combination. As you can see here, we've got 19 stone again, so if one of these items escapes, this comparator will turn off, which will turn the redstone torch on, which is how it works. And so basically, if you got the right combination, there'll be a free slot in here because you have 1, 2, 3, 4 filled with your combination, and then double filled with their combination, the combination you're trying to get. And then what happens is there's room for the stone to go in, so the stone goes in, this pulses, and then the stone goes back in to here from the top. And any items that you do have spare in your hopper minecart, one each goes in here. Hopper minecart ends up back on top of this hopper, and any spare items filter back into the dropper, which is actually the keypad. So we can take an output off of here like we've done so and run it into a door. So I've got it going up here into a pulse extender so the door stays open for a bit longer, and then into the door. And as you can see, it works relatively well. The door opens whenever we get the right combination. One thing we do have to be careful of is obviously people can just take these out or create duplicates of these and just, make a mess of it. But as long as they abide by the rules, everything should be fine. So this isn't really a practical self-defense system, but it is a fun security system for a door or something that works quite well. The one downside that I did mention is that if we hop over to this guy here, is that there's a little problem with the one. Obviously, because we've only got one of the ones, if we have one in the combination, it has to go here. If one isn't in the combination, you can have it in the right order, like this, like so. And if one's not in the combination, that shouldn't be an issue. You just have to create another one with a space after that resides in this hopper, and they alternate, but otherwise that doesn't work. Because obviously, if I show you like this, if we go, let's say, 3, 2, 1, 4, and the items filter back through, as you can see, the 1 doesn't actually go into the right place. The 4 ends up here, and the 4 wants to go in the 4 slot, and then the 1 will filter in. So yes, that doesn't work if you have the 1 at the start, unfortunately. But that's not really an issue. And if you don't have 1 in the combination, then we can just have a duplicate 1 that's got a space after it, and that's fine. Over here, I've got my first concept design, this guy, which works a little bit better, as in, I've just done it with concrete here. Our combination is just the first 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and it will power, as you can see, it will pulse there, that torch turned on. And if we do the wrong combination, so 1, 2, 3, 4, as you can see, the torch does not pulse, which is good. And I don't actually want that button there. That was just from me testing before. And the way this one works is basically these all have 19 in. So whenever an item goes into the hopper minecart, which picks up your combination and then one extra item, it picks up your combination and then one extra item here, so that it's always full. So I'll only let your combination in. So your combination will filter in, which is our colours here. And then these comparators will turn off, which will turn off these. And it comes around at the right speed. That if all of them are picked up, these all are off at the same time before the new items get put in. So if we show this once again, if I just put the right combination in, as you can see, those turn off and that pulses before those quickly turn back on again. The items are restored to their original place. The filler item here goes back in and the minecart is restored back up here. So slightly more redstone, but we don't have the issue with the number 1 as we did before, which is good. So we can actually use any combination here. And that works relatively well, but obviously there's a bit more redstone involved. But I think that's fine. So those are my 2 concepts I've come up with. I hope you enjoyed the video. I don't know if I'm going to do a tutorial on these 2, but if you would like a tutorial, then you can probably just see everything for both of them here. As you can see, it's pretty simple for both of the designs, but if you would like one, leave it in the comments and I'm going to continue working on this, see if I can come up with a slightly better solution to this problem for a realistic Minecraft combination lock, because obviously we would quite like the system to be able to differentiate between 1, 2, 3, and 4, and say 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that will allow us to have more combinations and make it less easy to hack. Obviously, you can choose whatever combination you want. It doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's just the example I used. And the system can actually break one final condition. The final downside to this design is we cannot have the multiple number same time in the combination. So say I was to type 5, 5, 5, 5, that does not work. that's fine. But if we type 4444, which is actually a number in our combination, the door will unlock, which is slightly breaking of the device, evidently, because, yeah, if we just do one of the numbers or two, so if we know, well, there's a 1 and a 2 in a combination, but we don't know the others, if we just put a 1, a 2, another 2, oh, I'm pressing the wrong buttons, a 2, another 2, and we've actually got the other one here. Let's guess it's a 3, I don't know. And yes, it is, even though we didn't know the final digit, which was the 4. And it also seems to mess up the redstone slightly here. So don't do that. That's my advice, and that's the one thing that is not good about this design. It should work with the other one. So unfortunately, with this design, we do get a similar issue. I've just put the combination in with 2 oranges here. It's not the exact same issue, but what can happen is if you have a blue, a magenta, and an orange in your combination, it will always unlock. So orange, blue, magenta, no matter what the last one is, it will still work, as you can see there. The other good thing about this is this won't break the system though. So if your combination doesn't have 2 in, so let's say if we just grab ourselves, so we can now put 2 orange, 1 white, and 1 magenta, and it will still pulse, unfortunately. So we do get a similar sort of issue with this design, and that is why I've actually tried to work previously on other design concepts. So we've got this one over here, like this, with a dropper. You drop it in here, the minecart would pick it up, send it off, it would do some stuff, and unfortunately this design didn't quite work out. I also tried out this, which is with a sorter that the item rotates, and also this is where we have our combination in a loop running around here, and it tries and fills it in. And this could work with multiple combinations as well, but unfortunately I haven't got any of these working. If anybody knows how I can further my research using these, that would be nice. But if you want to see more of these combination locks in the future, maybe some more developed ones or ones that work with multiple combinations, remember to leave a like on the video, and even if you don't want to see more and you just enjoyed, do that also. So thanks for watching. My name's Vortex Pop, and this video has come to an end. Goodbye guys, see you in the next one.